Howdy folks, welcome to episode number 54, and after 15 episodes, it is finally time to leave Vold. I think we leave it a lot better off than when we came, and hopefully the Angara can go from here, and our new outpost as well. So, alright, let's head back to the Tempest. And like I said, we've been out adventuring for a while now. We have a lot of stuff to catch up on back on the Nexus and
the ambient temperature
on the Tempest. And perhaps we should start by leveling up. But I might want to do these quests first and then level up in case I get enough experience to level up yet again. At least I think we have a few quests to turn in on the Tempest, or on the Nexus. But I suppose we'll see. Alright, let's start by talking to the crew and seeing what they've been up to. Who wanted to talk to me? Whoever it is, I'm sure I'll get to them in time.
The hell you did? You can't just undo 10 hours of work.
I had to. Your revamp risks power imbalance between decks, something we solved back home.
It's twice as efficient. Just because it doesn't match your sainted specs.
And now it does. As you say, deal with it.
Callow.
I know, just please don't let this distract you.
I think we need like a third opinion here, because it sounds like both of them know what they're doing, so... And obviously I'm not an expert on advanced shipbuilding technology, so I'm not sure really who has the better system in mind.
What can I do for you?
Tell me something else about the ship.
Our aerospace engineer was Tianada Vasmore, a Quarian fellow, and absolutely fearless. Once, some Omega scrap dealer pulled the "we don't sell to Quarians" nonsense. Tion found a workaround.
What did he do?
He glued a memory foam to his environmental suit, then, during the negotiations, leaned against the drive core he wanted, very casual. It made a perfect mold of the components, and the scrap dealer was none the wiser.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Liam's quite fun. Not many humans have that kind of energy. I probably shouldn't have told him there are secret compartments in the armory, though. He's been looking all day.
Poor Liam. Yeah, it's true. Solarians, I think, value high energy, so I can see him getting along well with Liam.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
It is weird that these two, you think they would, like, take shifts or, you know, sleep at some
You
point.
have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Yeah, I'll get to that at some point. Then again, I suppose that scenes that take place in the ship are just assumed to happen during waking hours.
Ket genetics defies everything we know. They're bits of different species, and yet all Ket. It's bizarre, horrifying, fascinating, all at once.
When you say bits of different species, do you mean different Ket came from different species, or is she just talking about the fact that they're upgrading their genetics using samples from different occupied species?
If you and the rest of the team could figure them out, it might make a huge difference.
Already on it, Pathfinder.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
I do seem to talk to these two an inordinate amount since they happen to sit near the front of the ship. But we'll change that this episode. Okay, lots of email. Greetings, Pathfinder. My name is Rayless. I serve the Angaran Resistance. Some of our scouts have returned with interesting information about the Ket that I'm certain will intrigue you. I'll wait for you on Vold. Please come soon. I was just there, Rayless. Couldn't you have told me then? Alright. Hello, Ryder. Quite the rescue. The Tempest isn't intended for these kinds of operations, but she's performing splendidly. Not that I encourage you risking your life for stress tests or anything, still well done. I spoke to the Moshai when I happened past Medbay. She left an impression, I must say, patient but remarkably driven. It's easy to see how she withstood the pressure of torture and that place. Sometimes I wonder what my people could do with a bit more time to be patient. Kahlo. Worked for 42 hours straight, ship's humming, called it quits to get a little shut-eye, but I'm wide awake here. Figured I'd use the time to practice my poetry. Didn't know I practiced poetry? Neither did I. Probably because I don't. Here it goes. Helios, are you healing us, or will we regret ever coming, because the Ket are forever bumming our space? Wait a minute, is that actually good, or has the analytical sphere of my brain fallen asleep? Gil. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. You know how I'm out here searching for my true purpose? For me true purpose? Yeah, poetry ain't it. Helios, are you healing us? Sheesh, Gil. Did this one come first, or did this one come first? They're not time-stamped. Pathfinder, this rock you found is certainly something. As far as I can tell, it's a remnant of a meteoroid that passed through us, the Scourge, before falling to Vold, infusing it with a similar charge. Okay, that's the rock where I bugged out. The presence of Helios native metallic elements within the rock may have allowed for such a transfer. I'm unsure why the Adhai reacted to it the way they did. I stored it in a lead-lined box. It unnerves me. Chief Lucan. You don't know me, but word is you're looking for our Ark, the Lucinia. Is that true? The Nexus leadership's been so tied up with the station, it's like everyone forgot about her. Please don't give up. My foster sisters were on the Lucinia. I've watched for them every day. If they're really out there and not lost in dark space, please bring them home. Praying for you and the people I love, NTL. I wonder if that's the Asari Ark? Not sure. I know you're busy, but Cerisa's manuals and writings really are worth reading if you get some downtime, especially A Rock in the Maelstrom, her classic work on crisis strategy and emergency response, the first 3 centuries, The New Huntress's Path. You can borrow the copy that Nasira gave me. 12 Leaves. Again, why would you have to borrow a copy? If everything is digital, can't you just copy it? I guess there's still copyright or something. 12 Leaves, a mix of meditations and tactical insights. This was co-written with someone called N. Tianaya. Speeches and Silences, about her experience in the Battle of Caracas and all the politicking that led up to it. Essays from the Void, contains her induction address to new commandos. Hope you enjoy them, Cora. From Ephra, words reached me that you found a pre-Scourge Angaran AI and that you chose to keep it for yourself and send it to the Nexus. What's wrong with you? GL explained that the AI itself was hostile and wished to go with you. Regardless of your stance on free will for artificial intelligence, I would have liked to have made that call myself. Paran Shi was ready to close the embassy. It's only because of your continued work against the Ket that I was able to persuade her against it. I assured her that you would be as cooperative with all data you discover because of it, right? Please try not to be so stupid next time. Ouch, Ephra is not happy. But like I said, we'll share the data, but we have much more experience dealing with AI than the Angara do. I wish when you scrolled like this, if it didn't actually move it, that would be nice. Since your liberation of the labor camp on Vol, some information has come to my attention. For years, the Ket ignored our work in the frozen city of Jandik. Searching for details of our buried past didn't seem to threaten them. One day we must have uncovered something. Yeah, we've already been there and done that. Alright, I'm going to kind of let you guys read the rest of these as I go, because I don't feel like sitting here the entire episode just reading things. From Kesh, don't remember who that is. Facial reconstruction. There's a facial reconstruction suite, but I don't really care about that. And Gil wants to play poker on the Nexus. Alright, so we picked up a few quests there, just a few interesting tidbits. But let's move on. Loadout station, while we're here. Well, let's start with the melee weapon. This is not the one I have. This is the one I have. 506 damage. Probably still the best. Pistol-wise, this one does less damage, only a little less weight. That's the one I currently have. This one is more weight and a lot less damage, but other stats are better. This one looks possibly interesting. Better rate of fire, a lot less weight. Although because of our perk we got, our recharge speed is still at 100%. Can it go down or up above 100? Apparently not. And by the fact that this has an upgrade, I think we've probably used it before. So let's go with this guy then. Assault Rifle, Sandstorm 3. Are any of these really better? See, the thing about rifles is I don't know what type they are. It'd be nice if it told me. And as I've mentioned a few times now, I like the continuous fire ones a lot better. This one does a lot more damage, lower rate of fire, so it probably isn't a continuous one. Actually, I guess the Cyclone is the one I currently have equipped. Same weight, but again, unless I test these, I don't really know how good they are, so I probably won't upgrade unless I get a better Cyclone. Pretty fond of this weapon. Let's upgrade that guy, and what do we currently have? Yeah, let's just go with these. Alright. Good enough. As far as armor goes, this one has weapon damage. So far we hadn't found any biotic helmets yet. And that really sucks. Suppose I could take a look at the shop on the Nexus and see, but this one is more ammo. Yeah, I think I still like this one best. As for the chest piece, this one is spare ammo, weapon damage, and headshot. So we'll stick with that. Might as well upgrade this because it's the same thing, just a little better. And arms, we have the Angara Ranger armor, which is better shields, and that's about all I get out of it. This has weapon damage. Actually, no, wait, I have this, which is spare ammo. So I like the Maverick Skirmisher stuff. Yeah, let's stick with this. Consumables. So far these two have served me pretty well, but we can switch it up just to see. An explosive projectile, that could be useful. Is it? Yeah, it's rarer though, so we probably don't have that many. I wish I told you how many we had. I don't see a number anywhere. Damage to shields, but I already kind of have a thing to deal with shields. Bonus damage to armor. What does fire do? Large bonus. Okay, let's equip this then. And we'll keep these for emergencies. And then as far as companions go, let's switch out Jal for Cora. And let's switch out Vetra for Drac. And apparently I didn't actually select it. Alright, confirmed. We'll have to level those guys up once we get back out in the field. Nothing else over here? Is this PB's area? No, I always get that backwards. Actually, no, I think it is, because that's the escape pod. She's just not here at the moment. Gotta be on the ship somewhere. Let's stay upstairs first. Hey, there she is.
I can't help thinking that Asari reproduction and Ket exaltation are similar in a lot of ways.
Are they?
I can see it. The Ket take other species' genes. Asari take other species' traits.
PB, don't tell me we actually agree on something.
Changed my mind. They're nothing alike.
But Asari can also mate with each other, right? So it's not... They don't need other species. Then again, I guess the Ket can, too. Since it seems like not all Ket come from exaltation. Ooh, a buy-sell kiosk. Has that always been there? That could be useful. Alright, got a lot of money there for our junk. 37,000 credits. I might spend some time between episodes selling stuff off. Is there anything I want to buy? Vendor items. Ultra rare shotgun. Common assault rifle. Is this the one that... What's the one I currently have? Wasn't that a cyclone or was that something else?
So, Callow, who's that?
Cyclone 3.
Woman I
Oh.
keep seeing you with on the Nexus.
What? Whom?
You're always short of credits after we come back. Is it because of her?
It's complicated, Suvi.
Seems like Kahlo found somebody. And we'll be going back to the Nexus soon, so he can visit her there. How much is it for the Cyclone? Only 1,000 credits. That seems like a good upgrade. I always hesitate to buy things in RPGs because I figure I might just find better equipment naturally through the course of the game anyway, and probably will if I can just wait a little longer. But this game doesn't seem to drop things that I can actually use, at least not very often. So let's go ahead and buy it. And what's this? Pistol. It's not really... Is there a comparison thing? Let's compare on. This does less damage, strangely, but that might be because of my upgrades. Like, with the upgrades in this gun, it might actually do more. Because you would expect the better version to be, you know, better. Has less weight, more ammo by a little. It's actually not that much better. But again, I'm assuming the upgrades play a role in that. I certainly hope so. Otherwise, it's a very minor upgrade. Maybe not even worth 1,000 credits. This one has... Oh, it's comparing it to my main weapon, isn't it? But I can change that down here. Okay. So, this one is less damage, less rate of fire, more ammo, and more accuracy, and a little less weight. Not bad. That is a significant reduction in rate of fire, though. If I found this, I would probably switch to it, but because I'm buying it, let's not. Don't need those. I'll see how this incendiary ammo goes, but that could be, I could see that being very useful. Since I don't really have a good way to deal with people who have armor on, this will kind of cover that weakness. Then some crafting materials. I also haven't done like any crafting yet. I should get into that at some point. Okay. Well, did I actually buy that cyclone? Confirm trade. How's our inventory looking? 84. In fact, I should probably just sell things while we're here if you guys don't mind me doing that real quick. I don't need a shotgun. How do you go back? Honestly, I don't even need any of these other rifles because I'm not using them, so yeah, let's just sell them. Make space. And I'm sure we'll find better versions of these anyway as we level up a bit and continue questing. And same with pistols. Just sell them all to make space. I think upgrades are actually what take the most space, I've noticed. And last time I sold all my, I don't need shotgun mods, obviously. I have to double click on all these guys. And sniper rifle mods, don't need those either. Alright. And we'll get lots of credits from these. Alright, and 54 out of 100, that should be good for the time being. We haven't found any Nomad upgrades yet either, as far as I can recall. I wonder if that's something that's in the game but only later on, or if that's part of DLC, or if they never got to it. I'm just switching out the Cyclone real quick, because otherwise I will almost assuredly forget. Is there a none option here? I guess not. Keep doing that. Assault rifle mods. Alright, want that. Yep. I'm fine taking it. And that. Okay, so yeah, with the upgrades, it's definitely better. Good. Loadout confirmed. Alright, let's go talk to BB. Yep. Crafting station, or research and development terminal. I think we might have looked at this a long time ago. Spend research data to unlock new blueprints or augmentations. Special optional components which can be added to a blueprint to customize it. So it definitely seems like there's a pretty in-depth crafting system here. Cyclone assault rifle. That's the line I like. Each research data. Yeah, I know that. Select a blueprint to research it. Okay, so for example, if I wanted a Cyclone assault rifle, I could research a Mark V, but it requires level 30. And it requires number 4. Does that mean the schematic for number 4? Probably. Yeah, it does. And this takes Milky Way data, and I only have 600, so that's not a lot. I guess it only goes up to level 5, at least as far as crafting goes. Well, what's that? 300, 400, 500. It'll be close. But yeah, we'll have just enough for these. Kind of want to save my Milky Way. Wow, there's all kinds of weapons here. And as far we have a lot more Helios data. Sniper rifle, pistol. But again, without trying these out, I don't know how useful they are. The Zulkan I think I didn't like. And then remnant weapons. Bet these are powerful. Definitely cool looking. 3-shot bursts. It does not require reloading, but is prone to overheating. Its power supply is effectively inexhaustible and overheating is the overconsumption. So same kind of deal as this guy. That's interesting. So a whole different energy management system then. So does that mean no more ammo if I made one of these? I'll have to think about that. We do have a decent amount of research, of remnant research data. But let's look at armor. Because I really could use some things that are good for biotic users. So this is good all-around armor by the looks of it. It gives you damage resistance, health regen, and shield regens. This is defensive, which is what armor should be. And it seems like remnant heritage. Yeah, they're all kind of the same thing. Just different pieces. What did that require? Level 30. So once you get to level 30, I guess you can craft pretty much everything. Maybe we should do that and then come back. I'm curious though to see what other kinds of armor there are. Angaran Gorilla, that's the tech stuff. Ket is combat power. I'm assuming combat power means like the fighter version and not like the biotic version. And then Helios Defender, but the armor is all one set apparently. Plus 7% power damage. It's the ultimate product of initiative research into Helios cluster species. Intended for defense. You are its first and only user. Lucky me. See, it says it requires 513 out of 50 Omnigel canisters. I think that actually means that's how many I have, and that's how many it requires. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I would assume this means for all powers, no matter what category they're in, plus weapon damage, so kind of a weird color. Hopefully we can change that, but stat-wise this seems pretty good. Maybe we might look into crafting. It's definitely better than the other two alternatives, which are, let's see, combat power and tech power, whereas I obviously have biotic powers. Alright, real quick, let's check armor here. What does this do? Hyper Guardian. Health, shields, and melee. This is good for a melee build. That's cool looking armor, but not really good for mine. Okay, and 7 armor, so that's the other good set then. This focuses on biotic power damage. Just like the earlier games. Maybe I'll make some of this stuff. And biotic recharge speed. 10% shield, 8% damage. Yeah, I think I definitely want this stuff. Alright, so let's hit level 30, and then we'll come back and I'll do some crafting. What I usually do with these series, as those of you who watch other Let's Plays know, is try to keep my crafting in special... Oh, what's development? Ready to develop. What does that mean? Alright, you know what? We'll look into this later. So I could literally spend the whole episode on this alone, and probably will at some point. What I tend to do is I mark those episodes as crafting episodes, so that you guys know that if you're interested in crafting like I am, then feel free to watch and see what we build. Otherwise, if you just want to more see the story, you can skip right ahead and go into the next part of the LP. But we'll do that once we hit level 30. For now, our original goal was to talk to PB.
Ryder, Exaltation? I never imagined we were fighting Angara.
They're not Angara anymore.
They're no longer Angara. The cat changed them into something else. That's the atrocity.
We have to stop the Archon, whatever he's up to. The more we learn, the more I realize how much bigger than me this all is. It's humbling.
So we can flirt with her some more, and I've been debating between our different interests here. See, it's weird because in the first game, the two kind of main interests were Liara and Ashley. And in this game, the two most obvious ones seem to be PB and Cora. Although Vetra too seems like an option. And some of the guys probably are as well. But it's weird because in the first game, and of the two Asari, I liked Liara more, and of the two humans, I like Cora more. But I'm also trying to RP these and think of who my character would get along best with. And I feel like my Shepherd got along best with Ashley, having known her from the very beginning of the first game. Whereas this writer I actually think would probably get along better with PB than Cora, so I'm trying to put myself in my character's shoes and seeing what they would want. So of the two, I'm leaning more towards PB. But I'm also intrigued by the idea of a Turian romance. That Vetra seems like the most interesting character. And just from a character standpoint, I think I like her the best of all of our companions we spent time with. So I don't know if I want to make a decision yet. I know we're already like 2/3 of the way through the game, or however 3/5 maybe. But I might hold off on this for at least until after we talk to everybody one more time.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Then maybe I'll make a decision.
Going through the readouts from the Ket facility, I've never seen such advanced genetic technology. Frankly, it's light years ahead of our capabilities.
Yeah, it's not a lot more to say.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
See, I remember during my Mass Effect 2 Let's Play a while ago, I thought I spent a decent amount of time talking to my teammates. But I know a lot of people mentioned in the comments afterwards that they wish I had spent even more time and there was a lot of stuff I missed out on. So I'm trying not to do that again, and yet it seems like every time I talk to people here, they don't have more to say. So it's funny that in the games where I don't spend as much time talking, they have a ton to say, and the ones where I do try to spend more time talking, they don't. Well, we can spend some AVP right from here. That's convenient. Do we only have... Okay, we have 6 more to unlock. We've only unlocked 1 so far. And this was the thing where I realized we actually don't have... I don't want really too many of these upgrades. Science pods... I can only access 2 at the moment. See, a lot of these would have been good to get early on, because I suppose it's not retroactive. Receive a selection of minerals. That could be useful for crafting, but... And earn research points. That could be useful too. I did see a lot of schematics I might want. Let me check our options. I already have reconnaissance. That's the one for the caches. That's coming pretty handy. And this is the same, or this is consumable supplies. That could be useful. Organic materials, I don't even know what that is. Tech materials. Advanced training. Get a 10% bonus to XP gained. Sure. Again, I definitely should have got this much earlier in the game, but whatever. Apex missions, I think those are multiplayer, or are Apex the missions you send out if you don't want to do multiplayer? Not sure. I'm not going to take those just in case. What else do we have? Commerce. Earn credits from investments. So I just don't know how many items here are best to get through purchasing. Hopefully by this point, Bioware's made enough RPGs that they've gotten pretty good at giving some weapons and armor to crafting, some to buying, and some to doing missions. It's hard to strike a balance in these games, but definitely doable. I think the original Dragon Age game actually did a really good job of that. There were a lot of items that were among the best in the game that could only be bought with tons of gold, resulting in some difficult choices at times. And then some were from quests, and I think some were from crafting. Was there even crafting in that game? I feel like I should remember that, but I don't. Regardless, there's like potion crafting and all. I don't think you actually craft a staff. In Inquisition you could, but I'm getting way off topic now. Alright, so let's get... Sure, let's just take that. And, oh, wait a minute. I saw some things unlock. Increase research data. To earn research points. Is that like this, or is that like... collect in... Oh, do I have to actually... If I have to actually go back to like a certain place to collect these, which I think I remember doing before, then it's not really nearly as useful. How? I don't know. Let's do the combat ones first. See, all these things I feel like I have to go back to like this area or some specific area. Yeah, one rewards. I think I have to go to this terminal, which I guess I'll start doing, but at this point it's kind of almost too late. Alright, let's go for munitions. Always prepared. Oh, that sounds good. What about this? Another consumable slot. So I don't use many consumables, but maybe I will now that I have a lot of space for it. And science pods. Yeah, whatever. Not gonna put too much time into these. Collect all rewards. Yay. So I guess I should visit this terminal a lot more frequently to get all my stuff. Okay, that's the research center. We talked to Lexi already. Strike team missions, that's the Apex thing. I still haven't tried multiplayer yet. I had a couple friends who were playing this game too that I was going to try to do some multiplayer with and record and upload, but I guess we all got busy and I don't even know if they still play. I have to check. So we may or may not do multiplayer in this game. So expires at some point. That's not good. What is this? Recruit team. Another like mini game essentially. See if I select this, does it actually... I don't want to like start the multiplayer. Sure, start mission. Good luck, Zulu. Apex mission. I don't know which is which. I guess this is multiplayer and this is strike team. No. Okay, so I guess they're already on it, and then if I want to do multiplayer, I have to select it again. I don't know. Alright, not going to worry about that too much, because I don't really care, honestly. Anybody up here? No. Oh, I can't jump. That sucks. Is this actually a door? It is. I'm really disoriented. You think by now I'd know my own ship. But I was expecting like a little room under here, and it turns out there's actually a whole piece of ship here.
Really looking forward to kicking those guys in the teeth.
Get us there, and we'll save you a place in line.
How you doing, Gil?
Would you mind taking a slight detour and dropping me back in the Milky Way?
What's the problem?
Little something I just heard about called exaltation.
Guess you should have read the fine print on the initiative brochure.
Or read it at all. I gotta start eating more protein and getting a full night's sleep. It'll take everything we got to get through this mess.
On the bright side, as far as I've seen, they've only done it to Angara, and not any Milky Way species yet.
Out with it already. What's the deal with you and Callow? Anything I should be concerned about?
Twist my arm, why don't you? It's contrasting styles more than anything. He's a blueprint guy. I'm gears and guts. Got ink on his digits, not grease up to his elbows. If you didn't have me to balance him out, you might be in trouble. Heck, maybe that goes both ways.
Just about to say that.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Alright, I heard Drac around here somewhere. Once again, not really any new conversation options. But of course, Gil is not part of the surface team. He was around here somewhere.
Looks like pictures of the exaltation chamber.
Yeah, the Ket are using some Angaran-made medical equipment. Could be a lead. I just want an edge on those Ket bastards. If they ever got their hands on Sid, I'd... Well, imagine if it was Sarah.
I don't know what I'd do. We're all that's left of our family.
Same here. Sid was so little when our father left, and I was... well, her age now.
I almost forgot about Sarah. We should definitely go check on her, because like, we spent all that time at the beginning designing her, and I felt like she'd be a really important part of the storyline, but so far, there hasn't really been much.
You raised your sister by yourself? That can't have been easy.
Had to. I waited forever for our father to come home. He never did. He was involved with some bad things. Bad people. Eventually it caught up to him. There was nowhere to run. Not like a whole new galaxy.
Is that why you came here?
When you're young and stupid, you make bad decisions. Piss off the wrong people. That sort of thing never goes away. Not for you, not for the ones you care about. I don't want to not come home one day.
Their third option. But, see, this is tempting because I feel like, well, I don't know. I was going to say I feel like the PB storyline might be a little more fleshed out. But at this point, I also trust Bioware that they wouldn't put a storyline in there if they didn't spend a decent amount of time on it. Yeah, let's go with this one.
Come on, you're strong, smart. It'll take a lot to keep you from coming home.
Strong, smart, but maybe just lucky. Luck runs out on you.
I won't.
I have a good feeling about you, Ryder. I should get back to work. Talk to my people, see if they've heard anything. Chat later?
Her cheekbone things moved when she said that. I don't know if that's like a... Was that a coincidence, or is that supposed to be like some kind of Turian tell?
I thought I hated the Ket before. Then we learned about exaltation. I can't even begin to imagine how Jal feels about this.
I'll talk to him next.
I was curious about you and Sid, being on your own from such a young age.
Yeah, I really wouldn't recommend it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Back on Palaven, I suppose. She was an awful person. All she cared about was climbing the ranks. She and my dad fought all the time. I think at the end they hated each other. When things were really tough, I thought about going back. But she wouldn't have accepted us. Whatever my dad did destroyed any chance of that.
Where was home? Palaven?
No, we'd already left Palaven by then. Whatever our dad was involved in meant we weren't welcome there. I hadn't even gone to boot camp yet. Sid was barely a year old. We eventually settled in a mining colony in the Minos wasteland. 2 years later, our dad was gone.
How did you keep you and your sister afloat?
I was barely more than a kid myself, so lots of unskilled work. Construction jobs. No one else would do the dangerous stuff, so I would, being up high, crawling under things. I could shoot a gun, so eventually I moved into smuggling. Even more dangerous, but lucrative. We were never rich, but we got too comfortable.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Alright, well this episode has flown right by, and we still have plenty of people to talk to, so we will continue making our rounds next episode, and then if that finishes, we might even head on to the Nexus. As always, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more.